and also real world assets. I think it's getting, mentioned again and again. Like
Yeah, is
financial.
it like
Yeah,
I just like yeah like I think Eugene just posted the whole like treasury being able to buy bills with your USDC. So I think that was really interesting. But real world assets is a tricky one, right? Because it's there's a lot of like I think you can read it on the thread as well that he posted that there's so much infrastructure that needs to be built beforehand,
yeah,
even to
yeah,
begin even like touching that. So
yeah.
what do you see in real world assets right now? Like how do you see that evolving?
I actually haven't done a deep dive into this, but
Oh, okay, yeah,
my
got it.
but my original concern, right, to real world assets is like you mentioned, the lack of infrastructure, which leads to, the lack of sort of transparency and visibility in a lot of, different assets when you're tokenizing them, right? There's a huge part where like you have to do it offline or off chain. Like
Right.
credit risk assessment, or if you're using third, like if you are tokenizing invoice financing, payable financing, right? All of these SMEs loan or whatever. Like I still previously I still see it as you need to be offline and do that and then tokenize it. And so there's a part that you still need to trust a third party or trust some people to do that for you. But yeah, I don't know if that has changed right now. From what I see, yeah, still a bit early, so not sure how long, or whether this is gonna last for a long time. Yeah,
Got it. Got it. Okay.
yeah. But besides LSDs and real world assets as a trending narrative right now, I think CK Sync and Arbitrum is still a good narrative to
Yep.
get in, especially right now when everything is tumbling, like Arbitrum, price action of the whole chain, like majority of the token has been going down since the mishap that happened with the Arbitrum Foundation, right? um, I think this is going to last a while because the trust was lost there. But when something bad happen, usually markets overreact majority of the time, and I see that in Arbitrum right now. A lot of the tokens are highly undervalued, and like they're trading at a way lower price point than they should trade at. And I think
Mm,
after all these, LSDs or real world assets blow off, I'm not sure how long. Um, I expect, people to sort of come back to Arbitrum and, start, buying up these different micro caps again. So yeah, good time to this
mm.
year if you haven't had exposure in, Arbitrum yet. Yeah.
No, that's a great space, and we should definitely have you on to discuss like more on the microfab. I'm actually kind of sad that we weren't able to. I actually had to get on another call. So, I'm gonna have to wrap this up here, but yeah, definitely would love to have you. I think on the next session as things get more heated up, just to kind of like do a touch point and see how some of thesis or investing mindset or some of your how you kind of approach the market, tackle the market has changed. So I think it'll be a touch point for us. So yeah, let me set that with you on offline.